So yeah, so I mean the logical thing I think we should do is
2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay.
I think the logical thing to do here first though is to explore out here.
Yeah.
And then we can explore in there. Ethanol. Now you know what ethanol is, right?
It starts fires.
Yeah, well ethanol is like isn't alcohol a form of ethanol?
Oh, it is true.
Mm.
Yes.
But I think ethanol can also be used as like a cleaning substance as well, can't it?
Yeah, I can.
I wonder if there's anything important in there. The lockers are a little larger than the ones on top. Let's see if there's anything useful in here. And no, nothing. They're cardboard boxes. There's some papers and stuff in them. What's in the boxes? They look quite full. As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of notes about some kind of experiments, but it's all really technical and stuff. I don't really get it. This is the computer. The power isn't on. Well, there is a power button. This is a waste of time. What? I don't see a power cable. Oops, yeah, you're right. No power cable. This thing isn't even connected to a main computer, though. It's got a monitor, keyboard, mouse, but that's it. Just sticking the power cable in isn't going to do anything. Oh, I don't know about that. Now, this is an interesting area over here. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know how we could use any of these. Well, I can say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? The one on top. I think it's a power cable. The power cable, huh? I'll take that. This is definitely a power cable. Do you remember if we ran into anything that didn't have power?
Yes. Oh.
This monitor doesn't have a power cable. So one end of this cable needs to be connected to a monitor, and the other end needs to plug in under the desk. Alright, let's just slip you in. Huh? Well, shoot, I can't use this. What's wrong? This cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. It's not gonna fit, is what I'm saying. In other words, we're gonna need a plug to change the power cable to one with 2 prongs. That's right. So yeah, not as easy as all that, huh, Kathlynn?
No.
This is a keyhole. This looks like a keyhole for the activation key. You know what the activation key looks like, right?
I'm guessing it's some circle-y thing.
Yeah. I think this thing's supposed to power that machine in the other room. Well, it doesn't appear to be doing that. I wonder how we're supposed to turn it on. There are 2 levers here. Do you think they activate something? Well, why don't you move one? Alright, I'll give it a try. Nope. Doesn't look like anything's happened. Go on, explain what's going through your head here. Oh, first off though, the hands on the clock have stopped moving. The clock may stop, but time goes on. No time to screw around. We need to figure out a way out of here. It's a rack. There are a bunch of cables on it. Somebody cut the outer stuff off the cables. I can see the wires inside. Hey Clover, how are the power cables over there? Huh? What do you mean? Does the plug have 3 prongs or 2? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go look. Guess she does have to kind of crouch down to get a look under there. The cable on the monitor has, it's got 2 of those little metal things? What does that mean? That's it. Okay, can you unplug that cable and bring it over here? Okay, but... Well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you. Damn it. That's no good then. Well, how about just the plug? What? Plug? Well, maybe more like a connector. It's the sort of thing that makes the plug with the 3 metal thingies into a plug with 2 metal thingies. Still useless? Not useless. Not useless at all. That's just what we were looking for. Okay. Can you hold on for a little bit? And back down she goes. Alright. Unplugged. I'll hand it to you over at the bars, okay? So yeah, if you want to actually get the item, you have to like head over to like the grate door, yeah, there, and like click on it. Here. The 2-prong plug. Thanks. And of course, what do we want to do with this thing now? Okay. Put the 2-prong plug onto the head of this power cable. Fixed perfectly. This should be just what we need. Now, do you want to explore more in... Oh, okay, you're just going straight over here. That's fine. Yeah, that's a decent way to do it. Alright, I got the 2-prong power cable in my hand. I'm pretty sure this will work. Under the desk I go. And let's just plug this thing into the monitor. Alright, that ought to do it. Alright, let's turn the power on. I don't think anything's going to happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. You never know until you try. Pretty optimistic.
Oh, that worked. What? Huh? It's running on its own?
It certainly looks like it.
Isn't that kinda weird?
What?
Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just this keyboard and monitor.
Now, you know what he means by the main computer, right?
The big computer outside, no?
Yeah, like that thing over there, for instance. Yeah.
The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in. So, why is it working?
Maybe it's a wireless display.
A wireless display?
Yes, it connects to your computer wirelessly, hence the name. Have you been living in a cave, Junpei?
Is that normal?
I wouldn't say
that's
it's
where I worked.
that normal, but, you know, they do exist.
Oh.
Companies, I
Oh,
think, do
it
that for remote
stopped.
working, isn't it? That
Oh,
you-
yeah, yeah.
that could- yeah.
A pass with a colon.
Looks like we need to enter a password.
Again, there must be a hint around here somewhere.
Could you go take a look?
Yeah, I'm on it. What are you going to do?
I'll see if I can do something about this on my own.
On your own?
Yep, on my own.
Lotus?
All right. Let's kick
She's a
some
hacker,
ass.
isn't she? Can we please just talk about the do her tits? Like,
Okay, let's slow down. There are two things to talk about. One, you think she's a hacker now.
I don't know, she's something.
And then, what was it you wanted to say about
What's up
her?
with the tits? Also, his eyes are looking at her tits. Look at that. They are not looking at the computer. They are not looking at her hands. They are looking at her tits.
What?
Didn't expect that, did you?
Of course I didn't. You're typing so fast. I can't even see your fingers. What kind of job do you have? What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but
See, kind of.
Why?
Kind of the opposite of hackers.
it was just something.
I see. Oh, what are you doing now?
Now he's not
Going to
looking
try
at her
and brute
breast.
force it.
But he was a virgin, right?
But
Brute what?
do you know what brute forcing means in the context of computing?
No.
A brute force attack is... Well, the short version is that I just attack the thing head on. The long version? A brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time.
So,
I'm writing
like-
a program that would run an attack like that on its own.
So
Not
basically,
the most elegant solution,
Sorry.
certainly.
what I was gonna say was, you know how there's in a lot of like password systems these days,
Yeah.
like if you type in the wrong password a number of times, it locks you for like a
Yeah.
period of time.
Like 10 minutes normally, yeah.
That's to prevent brute forcing, you see. Because if you could just allow passwords to be put in over and over again, then someone out there, particularly a program, could just put in all possible combinations and eventually find the correct one. You know?
But given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do. Oh, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
What were we talking about?
The wireless display? It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you, all right? So you enter 1 plus 1. The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange?
No.
Do you
Not
think it's
really.
strange?
Not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 plus 1?
Yeah, who did?
The main computer, right? You said it connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations.
You see what she's getting at, or?
Not really.
But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that, because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
So, what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really. It's just, I thought maybe, what if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
I think is accurate, though.
Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease. Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain. See? Doesn't it sound the same?
Is it?
I'm confused.
The
I'm
brain
Junpei.
is just an output device.
You're a Junpei. I've noticed that you're a Junpei. It's okay, it's a difficult process. I'm sure I was Junpei as well when I first heard all this.
Body. We just don't know it. We never even think about it.
So
Just
that-
like those cave people.
Yeah,
who know
essentially,
about wireless
what she's saying
communications.
is that perhaps humans' consciousness and thought process actually takes place outside of our bodies somewhere else, and the signals like sent to us. Your face
That
there.
just seems too complicated.
We
now.
can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
The brain is just an output device. Human thought actually occurs somewhere else. That's just crazy talk.
Yeah, you're with
Maybe
Junpei.
that's the cause of Seven's amnesia. If
Oh.
memory is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
I think of that theory, huh?
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindsight too. Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
Do you know
Wait a minute.
prosopagnosia?
No.
Go ahead then. She'll explain it.
What?
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
No. What is it?
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or
Oh, I
even
have
yours. So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other.
Some people call it face blindness, though.
Yeah, when I was younger, actually, like one of the things that my parents had to teach me, because obviously the Asperger's, is like actually like facial features, how to distinguish faces from one another. Because when I was younger, I couldn't actually.
I didn't know that was an issue with Asperger's.
I don't know if it happens to everyone, but to me, like it was just a case of like recognizing the faces was. It wasn't probably as extreme as like, it's not as if I looked at my mother's face and saw it the same as my father's face. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that it was just a case that I like if people looked similar enough, I couldn't tell the difference. Like I couldn't look at the little details and like use that to distinguish them apart. But they worked away on it. They also had to work away on expressions as well, like what an expression meant. And I remember they had this weird program with Daniel Radcliffe in it, where it was just teaching like what expressions meant. And there was a bit where Daniel Radcliffe has to like do disgust. There's like,
I think you told me about this before.
yeah, I did, yeah.
That's kind of funny, though. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like...
That is a very good point Junpei brings up, and it's not that case.
No, I don't think so. Well, you've seen monkeys, like in a zoo.
Yeah, sure. Her example, actually, the example I like to go with is our cats outside, you see.
To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same, even though they've obviously got faces. It's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually. But you or I couldn't, unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart.
So, like,
That's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
it's funny because, like, for instance, outside a number of my cats, like, have black fur, like, all black
I
fur.
didn't even know that kind of thing
And so,
existed.
it might be a thing of, like, you know, looking at them from a distance, it might be, like, hard to tell which ones are which. But if you get used to them eventually, you just start to recognize the face. You start to go, oh, this one's eyes are more, like, wider than the other one. Or, oh, there's a little bit of a slightly different color in the eye. Maybe the cheekbones are a little different, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it is a case that it isn't like you're looking at it and you see a blank. It's just a case that your brain doesn't know how to, like, interpret the information.
Okay.
And eventually you learn, well, I mean, in this case they don't, but eventually, like, for instance, with the cats, eventually you learn what to look for, which allows you to be able to tell them apart, facially.
Okay.
And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
I love these kind of crazy conversations, even in reality. You remember a friend of ours and I would have conversations like this, like talking about, like, possibilities and theories and stuff.
Maybe. I don't remember.
What about the other half?
You were probably asleep while we were doing
Guess it
that.
was just
Probably.
adulting.
Not funny.
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time. But looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
Why?
I don't have to kill time any longer.
Oh, then you finished that brute whatever thing?
I certainly did. And let's see what we got.
As you can imagine, this conversation wasn't just, like, to talk about personality and stuff. There's something in there that's very relevant to,
What the heck
like,
is that?
Yeah.
later parts of the game.
No idea. Looks like a puzzle.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
No, I can't do anymore. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing.
It's all
So,
mouse
there's
based
nothing more
now.
I can do. Well, I guess I'll
I'm
leave
curious
it
if you'll be able to solve this.
What?
It's not the hardest puzzle in the world, but it is, like,
take a break,
you know,
all right?
Okay.
it's like, how can I describe this now? You see this type
I
of
did
thing
my
in
part.
so many puzzle games, and, like, they're respectably difficult, but also
I guess you're right.
they're not
Thanks,
impossible.
Lotus.
I'm guessing this is the room and the green area is the lab?
Oh, that's an interesting theory.
I don't know. Could be wrong.
No problem. And make sure you know when you should thank people.
Now, I better take care of this myself. No more relying on anyone else.
So, the way this works, like, yeah, you can kind of, do you see what you're kind of doing here?
No.
Do you need me to explain, or?
Yeah.
So basically, when you hit a button, it switches color, but it also switches color of all the buttons in adjacent to it. You see? You got it. See? That wasn't that
I
hard.
don't know how I did that, but okay.
Well, actually, you see that type of puzzle in so many puzzle games, of, like, the adjacent stuff changing when you hit, like,
Yeah.
a button.
Did you hear a noise just now?
Oh, you did hear your noise just now? Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking. Because of your voice, I'm talking like Snake from Solid Snake. You know,
Really?
where did it come from?
Oh god. I actually love it when
A bunch of green squares.
oh perfect.
Look, Junpei. Lights on the lockers are green. No, I won't do that for you. Then we must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. Go on, take a look. What's in here? Keys?
No, I know what it is.
There's more than one key in here. This one is small and looks like it goes to some sort of machine.
Yeah, that's the machine over there.
And this one has the Earth symbol on it. I think the Earth symbol matches a keyhole in a door on the A deck. Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now. Alright then, Earth key. I'll just tuck you away deep in my pocket. Now as for the other key. So now we got this, the activation key.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Hmm?
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right? Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
I mean, it's a logical question for her to ask, isn't
That
it?
is true.
Well, let me think. Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Hey.
Was there any dialogue that you caught from him that you thought might be a bit...
About the fact he could easily defend himself if someone attacked him.
Ah, okay. That's kind of part of the same conversation. But yeah, that is... Okay, I get it. Go on.
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things. If you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if... is Snake, I mean, was he born...
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't born blind.
He used to play piano.
Yes. Oh, well, I mean, the thing is, if you
As a
had...
kid,
Oh,
he got in an accident.
if you had, like, a keyboard with, like, some... Like, Braille, essentially, on it, you could teach someone
I guess.
to, like...
A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that. And his arm.
His arm?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is,
Do you notice
it's
anything
not
about his
like a
left arm
normal
before?
person's
No.
arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm.
You notice that whenever he, like, was gesturing and stuff, it was always his right arm. Like, his left arm was always, like, hanging...
Ew, I never noticed.
The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
Oh.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
It's not that.
Yeah, so that's interesting information to know as well, that his left arm is not... It's a fake arm.
Okay, the shape that goes into this machine.
Alright, I'm turning it on. Okay, the monitor is on now. And it's full of letters. It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay. Any ideas based off of all that?
Yeah, that machine is going to attack Clover in that room, so to get Clover out.
Oh, is that how you interpreted it? Is this like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin in here, guys. There's something sticking out of the mannequin's head, like wires or something. What the hell were they doing? What the hell were they doing in there? Sorry, Huh? Why is she all quiet now? They were doing experiments on humans. Probably. Oh man, now she looks sad. I don't know what kind of table this is, but part of it's all black. There's a pen lying over here. I think someone probably used it to make the table black. Well, if they only used the pen on one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover? Do you think you can erase it? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is a permanent marker. Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker?
Yes.
Erase ink from a permanent marker, huh? Give me just a minute, Clover. I'll be right back. So obviously now we've got a... Junpei, thank you so much for everything. Whoa, what's this all about? And also, I'm sorry I messed up. Hey, we can talk about this when we get you out, okay? Just hang on, Clover. I'm gonna get you out of there right now, right away.
Oh, how do I get for the ethanol?
Yeah. I think this is the first time I've actually seen a genuine smile out of this chick. You have to select the item, right?
Yeah, it's not letting me.
Check your inventory.
So what one's inventory again?
Triangle. See, there is a... You have ethanol there.
Yeah, but it's not letting me.
I wonder if this is for antisepsis. Oh, it says anhydrous. Is that different from the regular ethanol? Come on, that's common knowledge. Anhydrous ethanol is a powerful cleaner. It can even erase marks left by a permanent marker. There we go. Now you've got it selected. I don't know what happened there. So you have to go over to the bar. Clover, use this ethanol. You should be able to wipe off that permanent ink with it. What am I gonna wipe with? Oh, well, your clothes, of course. Kidding, just kidding. Please don't look at me like that, you're scaring me.
No, I don't have any. Oh,
The cardboard box is filled with papers.
okay.
Oh wait, you're thinking that there's something else that you gotta give her, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Clover, can you use the cloth on the table? Use? Huh? Soak it in ethanol and then use it to wash off all the stuff from the permanent marker, okay? Right, okay. So I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol. Well, she's got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. When she's ready, I should ask her to get to work on that stuff on the table. So I think just select it again. Soak the cloth in ethanol and... Junpei, it's working. It's wiping the permanent ink off. Huh? There's some kind of weird drawing under all the permanent ink. What's the deal with that drawing, Clover found? Maybe I should ask her to take another look at the table. So then select it again. I wonder what this is. There are a bunch of numbers in some kind of grid. I can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen and a notebook, right?
Was this with the computer?
Yeah, it was.
Oh god, and I did it without it!
Yeah. To be fair, it's not the hardest thing in the world. Could you write those numbers down and hand them to me through the parts? Okay. Roger. I think this might still be okay because I can't remember the achievements in this game. I know in one of the games it's like you have to get all of the files and stuff. So
Okay.
a grid divided into 9 cells with 4 numbers. Maybe this is a hint for the computer puzzle. Are you gonna need this? Yeah, maybe. I'll take it just in case. So yeah, it just gives you the order on which, like, to press, like, the...
Okay, I haven't really looked over here.
Hey, Clover, there's a door over here, too. Wait. I'll be right there. I can hear her over there. Is this door gonna... Damn it. I can't open it. Clover, what about your side? It won't work. I can't even move the knob. So basically, that's her exit from the lab, you see.
Yeah, okay.
And then that other door that's over there is the exit from the room. As a whole, you know? Typing on this keyboard isn't doing squat. It says power restore to experimental device. So what experimental devices are there?
The thing inside.
Yeah, why don't you try it again? There's a mannequin lying on the exam table. I can't really see it very well from here, but it looks like there are a bunch of electrodes sticking out of its head.
I already said that earlier.
Yeah, where are the electrodes going?
Oh, to that machine behind it.
This is the monitor. There are a whole lot of cables under this table. How about the big one on the wall? Junpei, this thing in here is on now. Yeah, that's because we activated the power up on this side. You see, you just... Could you, like, play with it a little? Okay. Yeah. I'll turn this dial here. Turn, turn, turn. I don't think it's working. Nothing happened. Well, maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. I think... When it comes to this, actually, I wonder... Have her examine it again. I wonder what they washed here. There are these weird colored stains all over the sink. Just try examining the actual thing again, because I think this might be a trick. Maybe we increase the voltage? Roger! Will do. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to max voltage. Max voltage? Wait, hey! Wait, Clover! Aw, S. What? I think, Oh my god. The mannequin's head. Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. God, what the hell? Fire detected. Fire detected. The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. So now you know which door to go to. Junpei, look at the light. Yes, it's green. The emergency system has activated and disabled the lock. Now we can save Clover. Junpei! Come on, kid, jump. She's safe. Oh man, that smoke is some serious business. Time to close this door again, I think. Clover, are you okay? Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk. Of course I'm not alright. What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead. Sorry, I was going as fast as I could. You two can do this later. Right now we need to get the hell out of here. That fire's not going to stay in that room forever.
I think I did kind of get everything in this room, didn't I?
You did kind of what?
I got everything. There's something left in that room.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I do find it funny that like you got the hint for the computer after the fact.
Yeah.
Whew, thank God we got out of there.
Folks, we're going to be finishing up here. Could you quickly save? Just make sure that...
Yeah, so...
select that one. And then yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, you should have gone to the title screen.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Save one more time. It'll give you an option to go to the title screen. There we go. So, we made a good bit of progress there, didn't we, Kathlynn?
So, yeah.
And we got to know a couple of the characters even
how
more.
far. I think a month. So I know we're going to meet up one more time. We're going to branch off again. So I think maybe a few more sessions, maybe, before I get to a deadlock.
You mean like an ending?
Well, an ending or a deadlock to an ending where I have to go back because I went in the wrong
Yeah,
direction.
maybe next session. We'll have to see. But anyway, I'm having a good time here, and I'm loving all these theories that Kathlynn is having.
Yeah, I don't know if Snake's dead. I'm a bit less suspicious of him now because he did go AWOL, and how did he escape? Unless he is the villain, but then he could be a red herring. I don't know, and I don't think he'll leave Clover behind either.
You have a lot of faith in him and Clover.
Especially since Clover is so distraught about him being missing.
Of course, yeah.
No, she's pretty distraught about him being missing.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So I don't think that's an act. I think she's genuinely distraught. I think Lotus is suspicious. I think Lotus is just wants to save herself.
Oh.
Which is...
It's okay.
Which is, do you want, yeah, which is reasonable.
Fair enough, folks. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed all of this. This has been Owen, also known as Immortalium.
And Caitlin.
And bye-bye.
Bye.